All right, y'all. So it's a lot that just happened in the world over like the last 24 hours since I last posted a video. Like Kendrick came out here with probably the hottest diss that I've ever heard. It's about to be in clubs, played everywhere. I don't even go to clubs. I might go just to listen to that song or get in a club because the way that he cooked Drake. Ooh, Drake. I don't even know if the allegations are true, but Drake, you might never come back from this one, buddy. J. Cole, you the smartest man in the world for dropping out. Let me tell you, because boy, it's not looking good. Tom Brady was out there getting cooked about every single thing ever. Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, his ex-wife cheating on him. They called him black because he don't take care of his kids. I said, damn. They said, somebody said that he went to Tampa Bay because he was too black for Boston. I said, damn. But anyways, the most important thing, the reason I'm talking in this video is Cleveland beat Orlando. Now, if you watch my last video, I personally picked Orlando to win the game 7. I felt like they had all the momentum. I felt like Donovan Mitchell, after his 50 burger, I didn't think he was going to come out and be able to do that again. And with how bad the rest of the offense looked, I was like, well, if Donovan Mitchell ain't going to be able to do it, none of the rest of them are going to be able to do it. So I'm going to pick the Magic. And in the beginning of the game, it looked like I was right. Donovan Mitchell was like 3 for 13 at one point. These boys was down 18 points. Like, it looked like it was going to be over. Paolo was cooking. And then the second half happened. Them boys scored 15 points in the third quarter. The Magic got outscored 33-15 in the third quarter. And then got outscored only 30-26 in the fourth. But 33-15, keep in mind, they're still without Jared Allen. The Cavs are. Still without Jared Allen. They just put up 33 points in a quarter, and it was mostly Donovan Mitchell. It was Karis LeVert having a 10-point first quarter to keep them in the game. It was Max Strus, I think it was, in the third quarter that went off, or somebody like that in the third quarter. I'm pretty sure it was Max Strus. Like, there was a lot that happened. Paolo. Let's go ahead and go to Paolo. The Magic have a stud. Now, one of my homies will tell you that when I was watching college basketball the year that Paolo was at Duke and Jabari Smith was at Auburn, I thought, until March Madness, I thought Jabari Smith was the best player in the country. And then March Madness came, and I quickly said, no, it's Paolo Banchero. He should go one, blah, blah, blah. It should not be Chet. It should not be Jabari. It should be Paolo Banchero. And I was actually shocked that the Magic did it because a lot of people had them taking Jabari Smith and then Chet Holmgren going 2 and then Paolo going to the Rockets. Well, that's not what happened. It flipped. 1 and 3 flipped. Thank God for Magic fans that it did. This man just went out there, dropped 38 and 16. I think him and Magic are the only players to ever have a 35-point, 15 rebound game in the playoffs at this age. So it's like he's joining elite company. Jalen Suggs, 2 for 13, 2 for 10 from 3. You were pulling up fast break threes in the fourth quarter in a close game, bricking them, and you knew at the time, I think you were like 2 for 8 or 2 for 9, and you pulled that up and still bricked it. And I'm like, why are you even taking that shot? Like, who do you think you are? Like, I get it. Like, in the last game, you were hot from 3 and everything like that. You have to understand in this moment, you have a guy that has 38 points and 16 boards, and what you're going to do is pull up the fast break transition 3 while you're losing, while you just lost all momentum and allow them to come back, and while you're 1 for or 2 for 9 from 3 at the time. Terrible shot from Jalen Suggs. If you know what I'm talking about, there was a few minutes left in the fourth. It was literally a pull-up for transition fast break 3. He missed it. Now, he got fouled on one of them, and it wasn't called. But he missed them, and I was like, damn. Franz Wagner. Now, I won't lie to y'all, I've never been as high on Franz Wagner as a lot of people have been. I've never really seen the hype with him. Like, I don't know. It kind of always, to me, seemed like he wasn't as good as I thought a lot of people thought he was. And I don't watch a lot of Magic games, though, so I didn't talk about it too much because it's like, I was like, maybe I just haven't been watching the Magic enough. Maybe he is actually all that, and I'm just not watching the Magic enough. He is so interesting of a player to me because he's so inconsistent. There's flashes where he looks so good, but then it's like he can't shoot. Well, you can't be a 3 guard in this league and not shoot, especially not an all-star level guy that people are saying he could get there. Well, not 1 for 15, and then especially not no damn 0 for 5 from 3, but 1 for 15 in 35 minutes of a playoff game. You're what, 6'10"? You had 6 rebounds? Oh, I get you're playing the 3, but you're 6'10". You only had Jalen Suggs had 9 boards. You only had 6. Wendell Carter, you had 7 rebounds, but Jalen Suggs had 9. Y'all had 49 rebounds. 16 of them was Paolo. Y'all out rebounded the Evan Mobley had 16 rebounds for the Cavs, by the way, too. The Cavs got out rebounded by 1. It was 49-48. So y'all are telling me that y'all not only did y'all win the rebound battle, y'all still lost by 12 points after winning the rebound battle. And then you go and you look at the turnover battle. Okay, Orlando turned the ball over 17 times, right? Like, that's cool, that's whatever. Well, Cleveland turned the ball over 14 times, so there wasn't a big discrepancy there. Orlando had a lot more fouls. They had 9 more fouls to 33-22. 30 32-23. So it was a lot more fouls, but it was like not a lot. Like literally, Orlando had every single player that played big minutes besides Cole Anthony and Joe Ingles were negative on the plus minus, and it wasn't even close. Like it was like literally most of them were double digits in the negative and the plus minus. Like what are y'all? I don't know. Like the Magic have a really great future. I think Jamal Mosley is a great coach. I think Paolo Banchero will be one of the top players in ball. The future is bright for him. But then I have questions about guys like Jalen Suggs. I have questions about guys like Franz Wagner because when you guys have so much money, you're such a young rebuilding team. These next two free agencies are going to be the chances where you have to really go get that offensive star, that next guy that you want to have there with Paolo. So when Paolo gets to like 25 in 3 years ish, that way y'all can have a real competent team around him where you've had guys that have built chemistry. These are going to be those 2-3 off seasons these next 2-3 years where you need to try to get these guys. Franz Wagner to me is a piece that you're looking to trade. Honestly, is a piece that if you're looking to get a big name type of guy to pair with Paolo, I'm looking to trade Franz Wagner. Wendell Carter, you might go. Jalen Suggs, you might go. Like there's a lot of pieces on this team that I think have value to other teams that could bring in another star for this team, and I'm pretty sure they have very good draft capital too. Like they just took the Cleveland Cavaliers to 7 games as the 4th youngest team in the league. Like that's very, very impressive. Now the Cleveland Cavaliers aren't anything great, but they have been an above average playoff team. Like they've been a top 4 seed in the East the last 2 years. Like they're no bums. They're definitely not like the Boston Celtics or something, but they're no bums. So respect to the Orlando Magic. I'm not going to hate on them at all. I think they had a great series. This ended up being a much better series than I anticipated it being. I thought this was going to be 5 or 6 games. I did not expect it for a team to almost come back from down 3-1 in this series. I did not expect that. Now, a lot of these games were bad, but it was like the series overall ended up having a lot more storylines, a lot more interest, a lot more eyes than I ever thought it would have. But Franz Wagner, brother, you got to do better. Jalen Suggs, you got to do better on a closeout Game 7 when you have all the momentum and Paolo is out there balling. You've got to find a way to give him some help, bro. Like, y'all have got to do something. Y'all are out there playing like a bunch of bums. Now Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell, 11 for 27. Bad 3-point shooting night, only 2 for 8. So he didn't have a very efficient game at all. But it's those 15 for 17 free throws and then the 9 rebounds. That's kind of where Donovan Mitchell, you know what I'm saying? That's where he fills the stat sheet up a little more. He didn't have as many points this game. He had 11 less points, but he had 9 rebounds. He had 5 assists, so he filled the stat sheet up more. He was getting to the line a lot. Evan Mobley, you know he's not going to be an offensive guy for you. So for him to go 5 for 8, have 11 points, that's really good considering the fact that he has 16 boards and 5 blocks as well. Like that's what you need Evan Mobley to be, especially when Jarrett Allen's not there. Like now you do want him to progress more offensively. Like you do want that, obviously, if you're a Cavs fan. But like the game he had, you're acceptable. Like you're definitely happy with that. Isaac Okoro, you didn't hit a 3, but 3 for 6. That's good. Like I'm not mad at that. Darius Garland, you suck. You suck. 3 for 13, 1 for 4 for 3. 5 of your 12 points came from the free throw line. You were the only starter that was a net negative, and not only were you the only starter that was a net negative, 3 of the starters were positive by double digits, and then Evan Mobley was a +9 on the plus minus. You were a -3. This backcourt, we knew it would never work. Darius Garland has to go. If he doesn't have any value, then I don't know what you do, to be honest. Like, you gotta trade him for less than you want, because his value has done nothing but go down this year. It's done nothing but go down. I guarantee you there are teams out there that would be thinking, well, I want Kobe White over Darius Garland. Like, maybe that's blasphemy to say, but I don't think it is at all. Like, at all. He has not been good this whole year. He was awful in this playoff series. Now, I get he was guarded by some good young guards, Jalen Suggs and all this, but they had Jalen Suggs and Donovan Mitchell for a lot of the time. They had bigger bodies on Donovan Mitchell. So you should have had an easier matchup than Donovan Mitchell, and you were out there doing nothing. Now, credits to Donovan Mitchell. He was leadership on the bench. He was over there encouraging Darius Garland, and Darius Garland ended up hitting a wide open corner 3 in the 4th quarter, a shot that needed to go in. Now, he missed one before that. He only hit that shot because they got an offensive rebound. He missed a wide open corner 3 from the exact same spot 5 seconds before. So let's not act like he did something super special, but he did hit a big shot in a big moment. So I'm not going to hit on him too much. Plus, y'all won the game. Karis LeVert came in there, had a big first half for y'all, 15 points total, but he had like a 10-point first quarter, 10-point first half to keep the game at least semi-close and not out of reach all the way, but congrats to the Cavs. I think you'll lose in 5, maybe 6 because Porzingis is hurt for the Celtics, but I think you'll lose in 5 to the Celtics. I'm not going to lie to you. Even with Al Horford starting, and who I assume will start in replacement of Porzingis, I don't really give a damn. I think you lose in 5, maybe 6, depending on how many games Porzingis misses, and you never know what's going to happen with injury, but I'll say 5. I'll say Celtics in 5. We've got Pacers tonight. We've got Nuggets game tonight. 2 good games, 2 good series. It'll be fun to watch. I hope y'all get your eyes on that. But as always, man, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. Today's my 21st, so I might not be on here as much as I normally would. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Keep God in your life and stay praying. Thank you.